Peter Parker Intern 2, Bruce Banner by 107th Infantry. Chapter 1. Peter Parker, picked. Peter sat in his chemistry class, wide awake for once. It was the last class of the year. In just an hour and a half, the entire school would be released for summer break, and the excitement was palpable. Mr. Harrington sat behind his desk, very aware that he had no control of his students. Peter chatted excitedly to Ned about the video games coming out during the summer and the Lego models they wanted to build. MJ had her nose buried in Anne of Green Gables, a supposedly feminist novel that Peter knew was MJ's guilty pleasure. It was turning into a perfect day. Suddenly, MJ spoke. "Incoming, bird brains." Mr. Harrington had gotten up and was walking toward them. Peter tried to remember if he'd done anything bad recently. He didn't think so. Mr. Harrington arrived at the back of the classroom and leaned against the wall. "Any plans for this summer, Parker?" "None, sir. Other than Spider-Man duties, of course." "You're too smart to be doing nothing." "That was unexpected." "Well, I'm sure I'll tinker around with some computers." MJ rolled her eyes. He had built her a computer just last week. He's such a dweeb. Mr. Harrington paused. He had come over here for a reason, but he had expected Peter to have an internship or something. Time for plan B. "I have connections at Stark Industries. Would you be interested in an internship?" Yes. Peter didn't even think. He had connections at Stark Industries too, but somehow he didn't think they would ever lead to a real internship. "Good. It's 25 hours a week, 5 hours a day. You work at the tower 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays. You'll get an email today." Mr. Harrington actually looked happy as he walked back to his desk. Ned stared at Peter. Did that just happen? MJ put her book down and picked up her notepad. She started sketching Peter. "Everybody who's anybody knows that Mr. Harrington knows Bruce Banner from college." "You're the only one that knows that." Peter was about to have a heart attack. "Obviously." Sometimes MJ was annoyingly good at setting him up. "Well, apparently I am somebody," Peter said in awe as he watched Mr. Harrington pick up his phone. Mr. Harrington whispered into the receiver so that no one could hear him. Peter took out the small earplugs that he usually used in the loud school. Sometimes super hearing was super inconvenient, but at times like these he felt lucky to have it. "Bruce, I found one for you. He's on your level. Just give him some training and he'll be perfect. Thanks." Peter was about to be in for the summer of his life. Chapter 2. In over his head. When Peter got home from school, he collapsed on the couch with a bag of chips and his laptop. It would be another few hours until Aunt May got home, so he figured that he better at least get started reading Mr. Banner's latest published articles. He hadn't been keeping up with them during the last few months, but if anything was going to motivate him, it was trying not to embarrass himself during the internship. Soon, he had pulled his phone out to do background research, and the minutes were speeding by. "Peter, honey, have you gotten yourself any dinner?" Aunt May questioned as she swung open the door to their small apartment. Peter jolted out of his science-fueled stupor. "Not yet." "Hey, can we eat together at the table? I want to talk." May looked a little frazzled. They usually ate in front of the TV. "Sure. Is it Spider-Man related?" "Not exactly." Leftovers were pulled out of the fridge and heated. By the time they were both sitting, Aunt May had run through the possibilities in her head. Dating, early college courses, a summer trip. Better to just listen. "I've got our internship with Stark Industries." "Peter, that sounds Spider-Man related. You know our rules. I don't want it to take over your life. You deserve a normal summer." "Not that type of internship. Mr. Harrington applied for me, and it's only from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Besides, it's an amazing scientific opportunity." Peter avoided mentioning that he might be working with the Hulk. They wouldn't even be in the same room, he convinced himself. It would be fine. "Well then, I want an official letter. And make sure that your secret doesn't get out. It is enough that Tony knows. I don't need it to become common knowledge." "Thank you so much. I'll send you the email when I get it." Peter headed to his room, dumping his plate in the sink as he went. As he walked away, Aunt May called after him, "I'm proud of you." For now, that was enough. He was loved and he had science. Sitting down, he opened his computer to check his email. To peterbparker107@gmail.com. From internshipcommunications@starkinc.com. Thank you for your interest in interning at Stark Industries. As you know by now, obtaining an internship is an extremely difficult and competitive endeavour. Each of you have earned your place. We hope to cultivate an environment in which you can make connections with each other and grow together. For now, please read the following and prepare yourself to start on Monday. Enter through the west entrance on the ground floor of Stark Tower. Please leave enough time to find the security leader, who will be holding a sign labelled Internship Students. From there, you will be assigned your supervisors and given more extensive instructions. There are a few rules you must follow in the tower. No cellular devices or recording. If you need to be reached, the front office will direct the call to you. 2. Always keep your lanyard and security card on display. They will be given out the first day. 3. Do not speak of the projects that you work on with anyone not authorised to work on the project. Non-disclosure agreements will be signed on the first day. Thank you for your patience in this application process. We look forward to seeing you Monday. Do not respond to this message unless you are unable to attend. Sincerely, Kylie Andrews, Internship Coordinator. Peter forwarded the message to May. He was definitely in over his head. An extensive interview process. He hadn't even applied, but he knew he would regret not going. It was his dream. So, Peter closed his computer and found the subway route to the tower on his phone. He lay down and waited for Monday to come. Hi, I hope you enjoy the podfic. If you do, please consider subscribing as I try to upload at least twice a week. It really makes my day. I am taking requests, so if you have a favourite fic you would like covered, drop me a comment and I will reach out to the author for you. Have a lovely day.